What up, you fluffy bastards? My name is Liquid Blitz, and today I bring to you Superclass Loadout number 2 for Battlefield 5. For those of you who don't know, my Superclass Loadouts are a series of powerful or just straight up fun classes you can use if you want a fresh experience. This superclass today is called Major Koenig, after this epic German sniper in the movie Enemy at the Gates. Now, I am famous for trying to pronounce non-English words and failing miserably. All I can do is apologize if you're German and you're watching this video. Now, as per my usual style, load out first, and then we're going to switch the background back to gameplay as we discuss the strengths and some gameplay tips. And as always, all the info is already on the screen for people who don't want to listen to me or watch the full video. First things first, clearly this is a recon loadout, and the combat role I've chosen is Sniper, of course. Now, the reason I've named this superclass Major Koenig after the character is because every weapon is accurate to the character in the movie. The sniper rifle he uses in the film actually is the Kar98K, and he has a Luger P08 sidearm, and, okay, I didn't see any melee weapon in the movie, but that Mark III Elite Dagger is German and is pretty much the closest thing to standard issue in Battlefield 5, so that made more sense than anything else. Next up, we have the grenade. Now, my regulars will know that I love the smoke grenade. They are endlessly useful, so I don't even consider that a choice. I had to equip the smoke grenade. And as for the gadgets, I tried to pick the ones most likely to be used by Major Koenig himself. For the first gadget, we've got a choice of the flare gun or the spotting scope. Now, I don't see him using a flare gun, but the stealthy, silent spotting scope for watching people, yes, that suits his personality down to a T. And then the second gadget, even better, the sniper decoy. In the movie, he actually uses sniper decoys, so that's an absolute perfect choice. As for the sight and specs of the Kar98 itself, for the sight, I've chosen the 6x long-range scope because I love me some long-range sniping. And the specs, in order, I've gone right, left, left, left. These give you faster weapon switching and faster shooting after sprinting, better accuracy while aiming and moving, faster round chambering, so follow-up shots are faster, and lastly, a bayonet, for the lols, quite frankly. Anyway, gameplay. Let's look at the strengths of this superclass. First of all, this is a movie-accurate loadout, which is just awesome, and Major Koenig, as just a character, is a slick, cool badass. I mean, granted, in the end of the film, he does lose the sniper duel, but he's still a badass character, and he dies in a badass way. He dies with no fear, and he dies with big balls. We all should aspire to die with the very biggest of balls. Anyway, next strength. The first Kar98 spec that I chose gives you 15% faster weapon switching, and also you can shoot sooner after sprinting. Now, both of these significantly help your reaction speed at close range when you run into an enemy. Because, I mean, nothing ruins a sniper's day more than just a dude randomly appearing next to you. The faster you whip out your pistol, the better. That's what she said. Next, thanks to spec number 2, your Kar98 is more accurate than normal while aiming and moving, aka more accurate while strafing. Strafing is the key to crushing enemy snipers. Think about it, the more you strafe while aiming, the more shots you're going to dodge, and thanks to the spec we've chosen, you're not going to lose as much accuracy as you otherwise would while strafing and aiming. Win-win. Moving on, the next strength is actually what I'm going to call a corrected weakness. By default, the Kar98 chambers new rounds slower than all the other bolt-action snipers. Now with spec number 3, that gets sped up to better match all the other weapons. In other words, that weakness ceases to be a weakness of the Kar98. Anyway, next strength down the list. Oh yeah, it ain't all about buffs and skills. Sometimes it's just about fun. Now, ain't nothing more fun than a hell scream charge in your bayonet directly into someone's chest. And it gives you just another option to defend yourself at close range. Don't underestimate the bayonet. A Hail Mary bayonet charge could save your life, and make you look like a goddamned hero in the meantime. Next strength, smoke. I mean, enough said, literally the next strength could just be smoke. I can't talk enough about smoke grenades and how ridiculously useful they are, but I'm going to discuss the specific uses down in the gameplay tips. Suffice it to say, smoke is awesome. Next, Decoy snipers spot enemies for you when the enemy shoots them. Now, speaking as a sniper, that is seriously helpful, especially when you don't know the enemy is even there. And remember, it spots them for your whole team, not just for you, so naturally your team might sort of back you up and put pressure on the enemy. Occasionally, who knows, that might even save your life. Speaking of enemies getting spotted and your whole team helping, the last big strength, mass spotting with your scope gadget helps your whole team, not just you. If you spot everyone and your whole team knows where all the enemies are, the fight can quickly become one-sided and just easy. I mean, assaults can see where all the vehicles are, friendly planes can see where all the enemy planes are on the radar, just all round really helpful. This actually leads nicely straight into my first official gameplay tip. Use the spotting scope to spot as many enemies and vehicles as humanly possible. It isn't a waste of time by any measure. You get quite a few points for actually spotting everything, but then you get way more points in the form of spot assists when your teammates kill people that you've spotted. Now, listen to what I'm about to tell you. Liquid Blitz is about to drop some cold, hard truth on your ass. The very best snipers in Battlefield are not those selfish players who just sit back and go for the kills, go for the headshots, and literally ignore the objectives the entire game. The best snipers, in my opinion, are the ones who actually help out the whole team by spotting as many people and vehicles and things as humanly possible, and also by throwing down smoke all over the place to help your team advance or defend a point, etc. All those nice tasty headshots, all the kills you get, are almost, to me, like a side effect of playing as a good team member. So the moral of my story is spot everything and help your team with the odd smoke grenade. Anyway, next tip is the same thing really. Use your sniper decoys regularly to automatically counter-spot enemies. In terms of placing them, you want to place them sort of half behind cover where the enemy can see the actual body of the decoy, but not the sticks that hold it up, otherwise it's obviously a sniper decoy. So you want to be placing them behind like walls or fences or just sandbags, or anything waist high really. Remember also that you can only see the scope glint from enemy snipers if they're using a 6x long-range scope. There's no scope glint for 3x zoom or below. So really, your decoy's main job is to reveal enemies at sort of medium range where they're much harder to spot. Anyway, moving on to the next tip. Smoke. Dude, just smoke. If a class has smoke available, I'm equipping it, that's end of story. There are so many uses for smokes in Battlefield. I mean, I've written a few down. Use them as cover when you need to revive a squad mate, that's obvious. Throw one down if you're in a tough spot and you're getting shot at by multiple enemies and you need to escape. Use them as cover to cross wide open areas a bit more safely. I even suggest that you use smoke grenades to blind enemies and push really close range, like point blank range, and from there you can either hip fire with your pistol, or if you want some lols, you can do a bayonet charge. The point is, smoke can let you get really close without being seen. Anyway, next tip. This one's really for any class. Resupply at ammo stations regularly. If you follow my advice, you're going to be throwing smoke all day, so the more you resupply, the more smokes you can throw. Also, fact, you only spawn with one sniper decoy, but you can actually carry two, so it's a good idea to resupply even after you've just respawned. Another reason to resupply regularly and after respawning is the ammo. Snipers respawn with a measly 25 rounds, and the maximum you can carry is just 30. Now that is nothing. I can sneeze and I'm down to like 5 rounds. I run out of ammo all the time, so resupply regularly. Anyway, that's it for this superclass loadout. I hope you have as much fun as I do using it. I've always loved the Kar 98, and, well, admittedly, it is one hell of a slog to reach rank 20 recon to actually unlock it, but trust me when I say it's worth unlocking. Like this video if you liked it, like this video if you didn't like it, subscribe if you want to see more similar content, and I live stream regularly, but only over on Twitch. There's a link in the description to my Twitch channel. Hope to catch you guys over there. Liquid Blitz, out.